The youth is fading, jails is packed. 90% of the crimes is black on black. As a people, this is not how we should act. Raise your hand if you got my back. Life isn't a game, so why do we take it in vain? I don't wanna see another mother aching in pain. I don't wanna see another head shaking in shame. So on that note, I'm taking the blame. Taking the blame.
My name is Jessica Sardo. I am a high school teacher in the Rochester City School District. And considering those staggering, heartbreaking statistics, one cannot help but wonder, where do the problems lie? Are the problems in the schools? Are they at home? On the streets? I'm unsure. But what I do know is that the city of Rochester, as a community, needs to start taking some action to rebuild our schools and our city.
And I know a change gon' come.
Trying to pass summer school so I can go and get in the next grade.
Dropped out of high school this year. It's been a while, it's been rough. I didn't really want to leave school.
I'm a student at East High, and I was shot as an innocent bystander of a situation that occurred between two men arguing, which led to gun violence.
I'm a senior, soon to be at East High, and my parents weren't always there for me. I met my mom at 14, so I know what it's like to grow up without a mom, you know what I'm saying? My dad was abusive. He was there, but he was abusive. So he was never really there anyway. It's always been me, God, in the future.
I live in a shelter, me and my baby, so I can get my own place. I'm still in school, trying to graduate next year, so I could do something for my baby and me.
And then I grew up in a real tough neighborhood, started getting into a little bit of trouble, but I straightened my act together when I got into foster care. I've just been real focused on, doing the right stuff. Been in college, my first semester, finished it with 3.85 while working 2 jobs.
But some of the teachers, they don't care about it, they just care about getting paid. And they need to pay more attention to what we need.
It's kind of just about the money. You know what I mean? It's a regular job, but I think when you're a teacher, you're supposed to be more involved with the students. You know what I mean? They weren't.
Well, they say, oh, if you do this and that, and you'll do better, whatever. But if you're already, struggling or whatever, it's hard to really visualize that without actually seeing results.
Like my math teacher, I ask him, I don't get the question. I ask him, I tell him, could he come and explain it to me? And he would explain it, but it'd be too fast. And I tell him, can he explain it again? And he wouldn't explain it to me.
I think there should be a lot more counselors, a lot more for kids to, just more outlets. You know what I mean? Not just learning in the books, not just learning in the classroom. So much more can be done outdoors.
You're distracted, man, I don't think that can happen, because you're not a firm believer, because you don't have nobody there that's been through what you've been through or whatever, so they can't really relate to you. They're just saying it, but they really don't know how it is to go through what you're going through.
And most kids in the inner city, they don't have that father figure to teach them where the respect is, where the responsibility is.
And I think if I had my father there, I'd have had an extra person to help me with my work, help me with my schoolwork, help me with these obstacles, help me, and even just an extra person to talk to, you know what I mean, to give advice to. I didn't have it.
School is just a heavier monkey on your back. You don't have time for homework because there's no quietness in your household. There's always struggle. You have a single parent. Many kids have single parents in the inner city.
Since I was younger, I had problems with my mom, and I don't want my baby to go through that. I'm gonna treat my baby better than my mom treated us. I want her to have a better life than I did. Some people stay in school because they're on probation and they drop out when they get off probation. Some girls get pregnant their senior year and drop out. Some people get to start a bad life, end up dying before they can make it to become a senior.
People say that the inner city it's like it should be as easy as any other place. But the things we have here is threats. It seems like you always gotta watch your back as if your shadow was following you.
I never wanted to be anybody's handicap. I didn't want people looking down at me just because of where I came from. I got tired of hearing from my fellow people that the excuse was growing up in the ghetto. Oh, you gotta sell drugs because of this. You gotta do this because of that. No, you don't. And that's a bunch of crap.
Some of the pictures that I've shown you in this documentary are places where I've lived and places where I've gone to school and places where I waited for my bus. At the very least, I hope that it changes in some way the perspective and the perception that people have, misconceptions that people have about youth in inner cities.
I know a change gon' come, but what has changed? Yes, I'm free from chains, but my mind is steady, stuck in a rut, it's encaged. And what has changed? Because I'd rather be the smartest, most intelligent, most bravest soldier in shackles than ever be the freest, dumbest, ignorant person walking these streets today. What has changed? What have we waited for? What did King go through for? What did the dog bites mean? What did the water hose stand for? Why was there sacrificial blood from all those Hispanic leaders? Why did Abraham Lincoln sign those papers? Why did history become history if this story is just repeating itself?
It's been a long time coming, but I know